What up YouTube, Asgeir Insights here with another short unboxing first impression video. And today, as you can see, I got something from Legion Steel. They sent me these two knives in the pass around group. This is the Asgeir from Legion Steel knives. And I'm not sure which one is which. I know there's the black one and the silver one, so let's start with the lower number. I think they're numbered up to 100. Not sure if they're still available. I would have to look it up. I will link it in the description if they're available, definitely. Oh, this is the black one. Okay, so let's see. So they went through several hands already, so I don't know exactly how the shape from them is. Have they been used cutting wise or whatever? So you can see here's the black version. Nice carbon fiber inlays, blue hardware, blue backspacer, blue milled pocket clip. What else do we have? I believe they're 20 CV steel. We will see that in a second once I deploy the blade. Just in in general, I want to get both out so you can see how they look like. So here we got the silver version, the number 44. I'll show you guys in a second the numbering here on the blade. Should be on the blade, I believe. By the way, nice packaging. I like these cases. They're good. Kind of the vibe that the more expensive Wastits and a few other knives give away. So let's see. So again here, same thing. Plain titanium and then blue hardware. Nice carbon fiber inlays, totally smooth. You cannot feel any. Well, you feel slight edges, but it's pretty minimal here. You got some milling going on. Lock bar cutouts here. So let's get the blades out on those two. So these knives, I apologize. So these knives are flipper only, as you can see. Let's look at the markings real quick on the blade. So you can see they're 20 CV, and then this is, I guess, the internal number for Lion Steel. And here you can see this is number 44 of 100. What did I say? Lion Steel? No, Legion Steel. Sorry, man. And then you can see here the numbering 39 of 100. So this is their. I'm not sure. I think this is their first knife actually at the Asgeir. So it's basically a smaller run. So of course to see how everything catches on with people, and so far from what I've seen, people that have reviewed this knife and also people that bought it were happy with it. So my first impression, I'd say it's really nice here. You can see you have some slight contouring going on the scales. The blade shape, I'm not sure exactly what you would call this. Modified sheep's foot, maybe? I think that's what it is. I like that there's not too much branding on the knife. You have the small Legion Steel logo on both blades. You have I think this is the, let me see real quick. I think this is the actual designer logo. But besides that, they're pretty much similar, except of the colors. Of course, you can see one depending on what floats your boat. I say you either can get the black one or the natural titanium, or you can get both. I mean, if you have the money. They're not cheap, so they're quality products. I believe they were $300 on the website. So 20 CV, let me see. Let me do a cutting test real quick. I want to see if people actually use them. I don't know if anybody resharpened any of these knives, so I can't really talk about that. I don't know. Okay, you got a little thing going on here on this blade. Let me check this one. This is sharper actually still. So this one needs a little stropping. The other one is pretty sharp still out of the box, and they don't look like they have been sharpened. Maybe this one, I don't know if you can see this on this blade. It has a little scrapes going on here past beyond the edge actually, so this might have been sharpened before. This one does not look like it, at least I can't tell on this one, but this one I think has been sharpened by somebody. So overall, hardware wise, I can't really tell on these screws. I think it's all T8 all the way around, but let me check just to verify. So we got the T8 here. No, they actually, let me see the pivot. Yeah. Alright, now they actually use T6s in the hardware. I actually hoped it would be T8s. T6 lock bar screw, T6 body screws. Yes. And one thing you have here, you have a screwless design for the pocket clip. So the pocket clip is actually screwed in from the inside. I don't know if you can see this. You can see the screw right here. And then, do you have any weight relief going on here? Let me get my flashlight out. It's hard to tell on this one. Yeah, you got a little bit weight relief going on. Here you can see that on this side. On the other side, of course, a little bit weight relief underneath here. And then, of course, due to the way this is designed, the lock bar, you have some weight relief there too. But they're not too heavy. They're, I'd say, 4 ounces or less. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're 4 ounces or less, just by what I can tell feeling wise. But we can double check that with the scale, of course, if I can get it out. It always runs away when I pull it. Alright, so let's see. Alright, silver one. Yep, 3.74 ounces. I think this should be the same. Well, even though, yeah, exactly the same. So there's no difference in if you get the coated version or if you get the regular version. 3.74 ounces. So let's do a overall measurement on these. So we got a overall length of just a hair shy of 8 inches. So it's like 7 inches and like, what is that? It's in between a 16, so it's like 32nd shorter than 8 inches. So it's really hard or really close. It's a full-size knife, definitely. It's ergonomic. The ergos are pretty good. I feel like the only negative I have is that I like the thickness on top here, but I'm not a fan of the thickness on the bottom, and it feels like there's a few sharp edges here. It's just me. I think I'm not. I mean, that's just my personal opinion here. So when you hold it, I feel like I wish these edges would have been rounded off a little bit more. Just right here, right around here. Other than that, you know, it's ergonomic. It's good in the hand. You have jimping here, but you have no jimping here because the way the swedge is here on top of the blade. So action is pretty good. It's pretty easy drop shot. Both models. Yeah, exactly, both models. No issues here. Let's do some size comparisons too. I gotta say, I have only a few knives, unfortunately, because I sold a lot. Because of course I picked up a grail piece that I haven't made the video yet for. Plus, I also had to pick up a few other ones. So it's gotta go around a little bit. unfortunately. So my size comparison knives are pretty limited at the moment. Let's do size comparison here with the ProTech Mordax. You can see the Mordax is a little bit larger. Let's take this one away just for the contrast. Put this to the side. And then here, size comparison with the Kubi Tidius. You can see also the Tidius is larger. Tidius is actually larger even than the Mordax a little bit. Not by much, but just a little bit. What else do we have that I can use as size comparison? Okay, here we got my Manix 2. So you can see that. That is very similar in length. The only thing that sticks out a little bit is actually the pocket clip. But I don't really consider that in length. What else do we have? I really am running short on knives here. Let's try this Citivian ST995. So you can see that. That's very similar actually. In overall length and also in, well, this is a little wider in profile. But, and then here with a small knife. Camera, come on, focus. Sorry about that. And then here we got the little lantern. So you can see that in comparison as well. So overall, I'd say first impression, it's a good knife. It is comfortable, except of that little sharp edge, and it's in both knives the same. So I wish these edges would have been rounded off just a excuse me, just a little bit, and maybe the jimping would have been extended just a little bit, at least till the, well, actually the point starts right here. It's kind of hard to extend. I don't like jimping on slim spines, so I guess that's fine. But yeah, these edges need to be, or should, in my opinion, be rounded off a little bit. I think this is kind of sharp. Overall, it's a nice, light, slim carry. Lockup is solid on this one. You can see that. You got almost 50% lock, or you got about 50% lockup on this one, so that's pretty solid. I wouldn't be worried about it. I think maybe the only other negative I can think of would be, I wish this had thumb studs in addition. I am a person that likes to fidget around with knives. When it comes to in general, and I'm not a person that likes is much into knives that are flipper only. I mean, yes, it does its purpose. It's a cutting tool. It's not a fidget tool. But you know how a lot of us collectors are. I wish there was there was the opportunity to have thumb studs here. Of course, you can mount a quick stud probably on top of here. Will probably work, but you know, that's just makes it ugly. I mean, if they had factory thumb studs, you know, that you have another deployment method would be cool. Besides that, I think it's a pretty decent pickup. $300 is a pretty normal price range for these kinds of knives. Let me see, I want them centered. Kind of tough here. All right. So, but yeah, overall, I think Legion Steel Knives has done a good job on these knives. Just small little nitpicking here from me. But I want to be honest with you guys. So I thank Legion Steel Knives for including me in the pass around group. Because I was actually, when I saw this knife, I was highly interested to look at it. And I really appreciate that they gave me and a few other YouTubers that have small channels the opportunity to be able to look at these. And I'm giving my honest opinion on about these two knives. So I want to be really honest and say I like this a lot. I mean, I really like this. How this is rounded off on top a lot. and I wish it would just be slightly rounded off on the bottom. I know this is very hard to do, I guess, with the way this is designed, but it causes a little sharp edges here, and it might get uncomfortable, you know, if you have to use that knife to cut a lot, especially boxes or whatever, which this knife is probably pretty good for, due to the lower profile blade. I think this is definitely something to consider. Maybe if you guys, you know, when you design your next knife over there, I don't know whatever comes up in you guys's portfolio, but I would definitely say that something that's a little bit looked at for more, you know, for longer cutting purposes, depending on, I don't know what you, like I said, I don't know what you guys have coming yet, because you guys kind of left us in the loop. But that's fine, of course. Everybody has to have some secrets. Otherwise, you know, maybe another knife maker comes out with something, and then, you know, I understand that. So, but yeah, I think they're pretty good knives overall. Good blade to handle ratio, good weight on them, slim carry, not too heavy. Pocket clip is also easy accessible. You have enough room here for thick pants, for thicker jeans, so should be fine. Shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me for today. If you like my content, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.